Welcome to the Backyard Professor Chess videos. I played a game this last week in Chess Club that I believe was very interesting because of what I've been studying in the Jeremy Silman chess course. This particular guy that I played has a specific style, and Silman talks about this style several times in absolutely all of his books, more or less, especially in his book that I'm going through again, The Amateur's Mind. And I want to share my reaction to his moves with you, and then I want to share what Silman's students react like when they get this kind of a player, and I want to share with you what Silman teaches us as beginners and amateurs not to react like. It's very interesting. My opponent was white. He opened with the king pawn. That's a great opening. You cover the f5 and the d5 squares with the king pawn opening. It's a great opening, so of course I match him, and I'm covering the f4 and the d4 square. Good central opening game. Then he pulls the knight out, which is a good move to do because he threatens my pawn and he's trying to cover the e5 square. Makes sense, yes? I of course pull my c knight out. Now this could be, if I don't shake the deal too much, this could be a really good Ruy Lopez, one of the oldest and most venerable chess openings in existence. He brings his bishop up to c4. Could be a guaco piano, but I didn't go that way. I went with my other knight up also. So I've got my two knights out, he's got a bishop and a knight. Then my opponent did something that automatically gave him away as far as I'm concerned. He immediately moved his knight to g5. Now, it's at this point that the instructive psychology of chess begins to enter our heads. The typical amateur freaks out at this point. Oh no, my king is under attack. What do I do? What do I do? It's obvious he's going to this square. He's got it covered with his bishop. He's got it attacked with his knight. Sassy. He's got it attacked with his knight, and he's going to attack this square. Now it is the weakest square on the board right now. But 1- and 2-move combination attacks like this, quick attacks to do a fast knockout punch or to disrupt your opponent or whatever, this is completely the wrong way to play chess. There's no reason to freak out on this move. You don't have to all of a sudden break out in cold sweat and hives worrying about the attack on your king, because it's never going to happen. Silman says when this happens, just stay calm, relax, read the board, and look at what you can do. That is the way to handle this. How can I block this? There's a number of very good ways to do it. I go ahead and do a very excellent developing move in the center with my queen pawn, blocking off his bishop's access to this so there's no longer an attack. See, was that so hard? My opponent really did something interesting. He took the pawn. No kidding, you say. Yeah, now that's a good move. Not only does he now hold the d5 square with support, he's taken on my c6 knight. Now what do I do? Because he's going to open up this diagonal with a pawn push if I don't do something about this. There's no reason to freak out. You're not losing. Your king's under attack. Oh no, the king's open. This game is lost. No, you don't need any of that noise. It's simple. I've got the knight here. Retake the pawn with my knight. Now I've got a really beautiful centralized knight being supported by the queen. I've got both my knights out. I'm covering a lot of the central squares in this area. I'm in fine shape, I promise. I'm not worried at all at this point. Now my opponent, within a split second, without even looking at what was going on, he took that pawn. My reaction surprised him. With my king, I took his knight, and it shocked him. He said, well, what are you doing? I've never had anyone take that knight like that before with their king. Now you can't castle. And I told him, I said, dude, you just gave me a piece. I'm not worried about castling. I'll be able to protect my king real easy. Oh, your king's way out there in the wide open. I said, so what? I'm a piece up, man. This game is as good as over as far as I'm concerned, and the reason I was trying to psych him back out is because of the way he was playing. Now, you see his next move, of course. Duh. This is a no-brainer. Your king's out in the open. Attack to the king. Check to the king. Now is it time for me to freak out and wig out and try to hurry up and start rushing all my players over here and guarding my monarch? No, not at all. Piece of cake. You know what you do in this case? You move out of check. Duh. Yeah, it's that simple, folks. I promise. Now I'm not in check. So now what you going to do? This is an interesting thing he does. He takes my central knight with his bishop. Because, of course, can you guess what he wants to do? Whoa! He wants to come up here and checkmate me. Now, is it time for me to freak out yet? Oh no! This game is over in a matter of a pair of seconds. No. There is no reason to freak out. What he's doing is he's doing a 1- and 2-piece combination attack. And Silman says this is fundamentally flawed thinking. This is a lousy way to play chess. Now, you can probably disrupt a weaker player in chess club. You can probably beat up the kids with it and really make yourself feel good and powerful and, oh, what a great chess player am I. But when you get to tournament, you are going to get your butt kicked, just like I kicked his, if this is how you play. This is entirely the wrong way to play. And I can't make this up. Let me show you what what I did next. Now at this point, you got to understand my psychology. I've been reading Silman steadily. And he says the key is to look over the board and do something positively wonderful for your position that will help you develop a plan. Well, my plan is now that I know he's a 1-piece and a 2-piece attack combination player, I'm going to trounce this guy. Let me show you what I did. I now brought up my lady right to there. And I know a lot of players are thinking, oh my gosh, you don't want to trade your queen. Oh yes, I do want to trade my lady. Because this guy doesn't have a clue how to play chess really well. He's not worried at all about any kind of development or anything, castling or nothing. His king is still in the center, and all he's doing is bringing up 1 and 2 pieces. I, at this point, am more than happy to swap queens because I know how to use my knights and bishops, thanks to my study of Silman. And I know that he doesn't, because he's a 1-piece and 2-piece combination player. He wants to go for the attack, 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 attack. Every move, attack, attack. The name of the game, attack the king. The name of the game, attack the king. And he's absolutely, fundamentally wrong. That is not how to play chess. So I am going to swap the ladies. Not a problem. And it shocked him when I brought my queen up. So he went ahead and went check. Takes my other knight. Now look, he's got me in check. Oh my gosh, is the game over? Am I in trouble? Is my monarch doomed? No. He's doing a 1-move, 1-piece, check here, check there. With a silly threat here and a silly threat there. And it's nothing to worry about. I just simply take his bishop. Oh, but you've got doubled pawns. That's a serious weakness. Is it? If you study Jeremy Silman, you'll see that doubled pawns get a bad rap. These doubled pawns are not a weakness. Look at this front pawn. I'm guarding the very important d5 square and the b5 square here. My pawn here is covering the d4 and the f4 square. My queen is backing him. My queen is backing him. That's not a weakness. Not at this point in the game. Double pawns are a weakness if they're being attacked. He has absolutely no development at all. Do you see that? Well, you can't castle, Shirts. I don't need to. There's nothing out here threatening me to attack me. I could care less if I can't castle. I'm a power up. I'm winning the game. He's making the exchanges, and I'm winning the game. Is that ironic for you? I can't make up this next move. This next move shocked me. He took all of 1 second to make this move. He didn't even look at the board. It's obvious that he is playing on a reflex. He's got certain variations memorized, and he thinks that they always work the same, so he's working on a reflex. It took him half a second to make this move. Aha! I see a pawn, and I have a great fork. I'm going to get your rook, and it's doomsday for you, pal. He made that move, folks. And I looked at him when he made the move. I looked at him, and he looked at me, you know. I made my move. Your move. So I went ahead and took his queen. He put me in check, and I took his queen. And he looked at me, and he goes, "Dude, I didn't even see your queen there." I said, "Yes, I know." He didn't see my queen. He did not see that move. He's working on a reflex. So now the game's pretty much over. The next move he made was every bit as silly as the last 5 or 6 that he's made. He pushes the pawn to c3. All right, I suppose he's covering the d4 square. That's its glory, yes. Well, I decide the game's over. Check to the king, right? That's what you would normally expect to see. And now I've absolutely got this game in the bag. He moves here. I bring my bishop out to a6. Check to the king. He can't come back here because I absolutely control everything in his territory. So he has to go to here. Yeah, that's a good symbol. His king fell. To g1, and then I dropped my queen down and went checkmate. The lesson on the way you react to someone who constantly attacks your king. He's attacking my king. My king has been in the open the whole game, and there was absolutely no danger whatsoever. Why? Because he's only a one-piece and a two-piece man who makes an attack here, and makes an attack there, and makes an attack there, and he has no idea about the concept of full fundamental teamwork chess. Get a development, put your whole army into it. I hope he never becomes the general of any of our armed forces. He's a great guy. I'm not ridiculing him. I'm ridiculing his chess attitude. Chess is not always about attack, 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 checkmate, attack, checkmate, attack, checkmate. Check the king, check the king, check the king, check the king. No, that involves no strategy. That involves no tactics. That involves no intelligence. That involves no teamwork. It involves just simple 1- and 2-piece moving of check. Who cares? All you do is move out of the way, develop your army, and wipe him out. You don't have to freak out when someone starts playing you chess like this. If you're reading Jeremy Silman like I am, you realize that the key to this is to remain calm and develop as much as you know how while he's doing his little 1- and 2-piece move antics. He's moving several pieces several times. So what? So he gets a pawn here, a pawn there. You're gonna win the game if you keep your cool. So that's basically my chess lesson. My advice to you beginners, since I'm a beginner too, and I'm working my way up, I have found the perfect system. Well, I say perfect. I found the perfect teacher because he's so fun, he's so funny, he's so informative, he has fantastic theories, and he has astonishing logical evidence to support his theories on how to play chess. Jeremy Silman. Now, since my tournament, I've been trying to work my way through the amateur's mind again. I decided I'm going to go back to base 1. I'm going to work all the way through all 6 of his books that I have put together as my own personal chess course. And I'm going through the amateur's mind. And it's absolutely loaded with fabulous material. The material in the amateur's mind will help you wipe out someone like this anytime, any place, any day, any town. It doesn't matter where you play. You'll beat him clear to death because you'll know how to react and you'll know what to do. You will know which pieces to bring out to play and beat your opponent. So, anyway, thanks for watching my video. Happy checkmating, and I will see you in the next video.